We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what we have from Karma Sauce. I don't know if there's two or more multiple editions of this, but this is the Ashes to Ashes hot sauce. We've got the 7 Pot Primo edition, 63% pepper. So I don't know, is there multiple variations of this? I don't actually know. If there are, and I come across those, I guess I could probably give this a go again with the other one. But I think probably it's just this. I don't know. I'm not sure. So this is supposed to be their second hottest sauce, and there's some debate over whether it's actually hotter. So having had both, I will say burn after eating, I found a lot hotter than this sauce. This is no slouch, to be sure, but so we say eye protection recommended when enjoying this product. And don't have skin contact either, which makes it impossible to eat it, being that there's skin inside your mouth and all, but... Oh, here we go. What do we got here? Oh, for Christ's sakes, don't let it touch your private parts. True. All right, so we got 7 Pot Primos, apple cider vinegar, sugar, lemon juice, salt, garlic, chipotles. Very rich, red, vibrant sauce here. It's a gorgeous sauce. This is a beautiful sauce. I really like the look of this one. And you can see I played around with it a little bit. Part of this was me trying to figure out if it actually was as hot as the burn after eating. And I think part of me wanted it to be, just because I like this sauce so much better. But no, burn after eating is, I think, and it's also hotter for a more sustained period. Very, very thick sauce here, though. You see it's mostly these chilies. I wonder if my mask counts as eye protection. Probably not. Very thick. You can see it doesn't smooth out right away. Smells delicious. It smells like Primos, like super hots. I feel like those are really good flavored and good smelling pepper, though. I like those a lot. Primos, I haven't had them as much as Ghosties, but I would say they're starting to climb up my personal ranking. I would say they're probably number 2 now to Ghosties, and maybe they're going to wind up surpassing. I need to have it in a few more sauces, I think. But I can't think of a time I've ever had in a sauce and I've said, I wish this wasn't there. I have said that about Scorpions. I have said that about Fatales. I've even said that about Reapers, actually. I don't think I've ever said that about Primos, and definitely not about Ghosts. So there's a lot to say for the Primos, I feel like. I think they're a fantastic pepper. But, all right, so we can see those little chunks, bits of seeds and whatnot in there. And let's just get into the punishment. Wow. Definitely hot, blistering hot. But it's got a nice sweetness to it as well. And a little bit of smokiness there. And the garlic is a nice touch as well. Quite a good tasting sauce. I like that sweetness. The sweet and smoky in there. Ooh, really brilliant though. But there's no question this is a super hot, and it is punchy. And Primos like to build. This one won't sneak up on me though, obviously. But Primos, you can get quite a blaze going before you realize it. It's one of the things I like about that pepper. It's a bit deceptive. So here we have pineapple and ham pizza. I love this sauce on pizza. It's great on burgers. It's good on chicken. Very flavorful, super hot sauce. I like this a lot. Some stuff is just, just abusively punishing. This one has, at least you get a great flavor with it. And I find this is not quite as bitter, offensively bitter, I should say. It is very bitter, not as offensively bitter as other super hots. And happiest of all, I don't get hardly any floral notes at all from it. Unlike the scorpions. Oh, wow. It's just getting hotter. Oh, man. Truly excellent pepper, though. Definitely one of my favorite hots. I would say one of the best super hots, honestly. This is a very well-designed sauce where you get a lot of those bits of sweetness. It contributes just a ton to the overall aspect of the sauce. It's gorgeous. I actually do wish the chipotle was a touch higher. And I could live without the lemon, but it does give it a bit of, oh boy, effervescence. Whew. Oh boy. Oh. It is what I feel like is a very brilliant design to this, and that it is very, very hot, but happily, the flavor is good enough that you just want to keep going. This is kind of the ultimate goal, I feel. Oh, for a hot sauce. Wow. Oh. It is blazing, though. Oh, boy. I'm easily a good 3 right now. I haven't even got to the second piece. Oh. It is delicious, though. This is, I think, probably my favorite thing from Karma. Oh, wow. Okay. We're against day 3, but we're rising a little bit. I'm sweating right now a lot. Wow. This one has a very distinctive and unique burn, I think, also. Oh. Here we go. Pile some more on. I think it meshes a little bit better with pepperoni pizza. Those very forward, prominent flavors. Here, I like pineapple and ham pizza a lot. But here the sweetness is working against it just a little bit. I should have cut these pieces smaller. I'm breaking apart since I'm trying to be not sloppy here. Because they're right, you don't want to wear this sauce if you can avoid it. Oh. Wow. Oh. Oh, it's delicious, but oh boy. I did catch a bit of a floral aspect there, which is a touch unusual. I don't usually come across that, but this is the first sauce I've had where 7 pots are this forward in the flavor profile. Oh, oh boy. Oh. Oh boy. Okay. Very hot. Wow. Oh. Okay. Oh. Wow. It's a bit of a mystery I need to resolve. Is there other additions of this sauce? Oh, roasty. If there are, and I can find them, I will do them. Oh. Wow. Great blaze. I probably passed 3 somewhere in there. It's I love this pepper. I really do. I've had it So here's one of the things I think that it gives an advantage over the Reaper for me. Two things, actually. I've had this in a powder form. I think this is less offensive in powder form when you have a lot of it than is the Reapers. Reapers, powder Reapers in particular, can get very unpleasant very quickly. The second thing, the nice thing about this is that Reapers will come back on me unless, so here's the thing, right? And this might be in a later series on the channel if I ever get around to realizing it, but you have tolerance, and then you almost have to have Reaper specific tolerance. And a tolerance to something like this, Scorpions and Apollo and Pepper X and stuff is great, but it doesn't translate very well, for me anyway, to Reaper. I have to have my own specific Reaper tolerance, or I'll pay its time, and then 2 to 4 hours later, I will pay again. And this one very happily isn't that. It is going down to a low blade. It is still a strong 2 right now, but I can actually sort of coherently do this now. This doesn't do that. It'll light you up, but it won't then come back hours later and go, hey, how do you feel about cramping? Because here's a bunch of it. It doesn't ever do that. And I really admire that. Reapers are one of the peppers I've had the biggest struggle coming to terms with. And I think it's just body chemistry plays a lot in this whole thing. So that is a substantial part of the chili head experience. And it's interesting to me, the reaction to different peppers. This one, though, is pretty ideal for me as a super hot, because it gets up there. This one builds and it gets up there. And then when it's done, it's kind of like a really nice bonfire, ashes to ashes, right? And then it's over. It's not like the wood reforms itself and then relights itself on fire. So I like that. I really like the flavor of this. As far as in this sauce, again, I could use a little bit more of the smoke, I think, and I would have probably deleted the lemon entirely. But that, again, just personal preferences. I really would have liked this to be just a touch. If you add a little bit more smoke, I think you probably also have to add a little bit more sugar so you don't get overly bitter. But this one, I like this to the point where I'm going to try to find other editions of it if they exist. I don't know why they use that wording there, but fantastic sauce. Definitely my favorite from Karma by a lot. And definitely super, super hot, though. Definitely, this is chili head only territory. I think the warnings are a bit overdone for me, and probably for other chili heads. But this is not a sauce for normies. I can't imagine any of them liking it. But to me, this is really, really just a fantastic sauce. And I've enjoyed this thoroughly. It pours way better than burn after eating. It's super flexible. This is good on a really wide variety of foods. Definitely, it's one of the big things, right? You can use super hots and have great flavor. And high flexibility is, I think, as a sauce maker, what you should really strive for. And that's just something that is of great appeal to me, because the more foods I can use it on, the faster I'm going to whip through it, and the more inclined I am going to be to buy a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth bottle. It just makes sense, right? So definitely an absolute stunner from Karma. What else can I say? So, but there it is. The Karma Ashes to Ashes hot sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.